hustler, huh? That's pretty neat. Into it.
But I also met the
team. They know she likes to go outside, play soccer by herself. We have to team all the way. It's more than enough team all the way. Right. Make sure like Snoop Dogg, he's an icon in all facets of life. The most biggest icon in the world.
Yes.
But
I feel like they cheat stupid. They gonna get caught. Yeah, they cheat with their dick like we cheat with our mind. I feel like
no more. But before I let you explain that, I want to show a little clip of a little monster.
I'm on Pandora, YouTube. I'm on
the students and everybody. Carl. I try to find.
It is what it is. Fine, you bring to Wazzup account.
There's two cats. No, you can hustle in many ways. There's two cats in high school.
This is the coldest fucking thing that's going on, Paul. These the realest niggas out
there. You already know.
Like, for real. Like, this.
God, I go off the mentality of the woman. And I know if I know my woman. Smart dummy! Let's go!
Yo, what's up? At the hottest podcast in the city, the smartest dumb people. I'm here with my nigga, that dude Johnson, you know what I'm saying? We go way back like 4 flats on the Cadillac. Y'all tune in every week or every time. Hit the like button, subscribe, do what you're supposed to do. Like, comment, share, tell your people about it. Y'all know what it is, it's the smartest dumb people!
See, man, when you get that type of
Because he literally similar to other people. So, like, this is a story.
This is the best podcast in the city of Omaha.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
I'm not pandering.
You know what I'm saying? And they take vocals and, scripts and they...
That's how I'm living on Tupac.
You're a real hustler, huh? That's pretty neat. Into it.
But I also met the
team. They know she likes to go outside, play soccer by herself. We have to team all the way. It's more than enough team all the way. Right. Make sure like Snoop Dogg, he's an icon in all facets. Welcome. This is the smartest dumb people, and I'm the host, Anthony, that dude Johnson. And always, it's gonna be somebody at this table with me. Today we got Tiffany and April from Better Homes and Gardens and the Copper Group. Listen, this is a special event that they're having. I thought I had to have them come through. It's only right that we had them come through. Tiffany, what event do y'all got coming up?
Well, here on December 9th, we have put together a big Christmas event for our community. We have adopted some families here in the Omaha Metro, Omaha, Papillion, Bellevue, South Omaha, all over the Omaha districts. We have about 50 children, about 15 families that we have adopted, and we want to give them one of the best Christmases they've had.
What made you guys want to even do this? I know you was telling me about your parents started this tradition. What made you guys want to do it now?
In my opinion, we always just want to help the next person. Life is too short to take everybody else for granted. We want to be able to just continue to support through our friends, love on each other no matter what their struggles are going through. It's just one of those things that you just have to take care of each other in this time of need, especially during the holidays.
All right, so April, could you break down how this even began? Because you were the one that told me about the tradition.
Yeah, so my family growing up every year would throw what was called the St. Paul Christmas Party, and they would partner with the town that I lived in to come up with a list of families that were going through extreme hardship that year. And they would invite all of those families in, they provide them with a great meal, Santa, they would get the Christmas gifts that these kids wanted, and then each family would get to leave with a Christmas, that family day, basically. And lots of games, lots of just really fun, big, festive Christmas party. And they threw that for probably 30 years or so, and they did it for so long that the children who used to come to it now come and volunteer with their children at it. And it's just this really beautiful community kind of initiative that they've started. I've always had it on my heart to want to start that down here in Omaha. And so that's just kind of where, the whole idea was born out of, was family tradition.
Well, I can say this right off the bat. You obviously are the machine and the engine. Then you got somebody like her. She's the gas.
She's the one.
Because I know her. She's donated multiple times to something I was doing. She helped a kid get glasses. I asked Smartest Dumb People family to look out. This kid needed glasses. She sent me money. I'm sorry I didn't expose that.
No, you're
Then
fine.
she helped me with the backpack drive as well. So I was like, and I messaged her and said, look, I think we're on the same page as far as in wanting to help the community. We need to find a way to do something together. And I said, the minute you need me on my show, I would love to present you to my audience, which we're doing now. Make sure y'all like and share. Make sure y'all check out the Christmas event they got going on. How could they find this Christmas event?
Go on Facebook, go to Copper Group and BHGRE. That's where we're going to have lots of information being pumped out about it, live videos of everything that's going on, so on and so forth. So Facebook, the Copper Group.
And where would the event be taking place?
That's going to be at the Firefighter Union Hall out here in Omaha, out of Grover, right?
Yes,
I think
it's
out of
in
Grover. Yeah.
So if they want to donate, how can they find a way to donate?
Go ahead.
You can first off reach out to me personally. My phone number is listed on all the flyers. My email is there. I can come pick up items, or you can drop them off at our local office over the 90th and 370. There's also a PayPal account that's attached to our page there that if you want to donate monetarily, we can do it that way as well.
Is there a way for families to actually apply to be assisted?
This year we're capped. We have about 50 children coming. We're at about 15 families or so. Next year, I think the best way to do that would be to go ahead and reach out to Tiffany. If we're able to get enough donations right now, we would love to be able to open up to more families coming in, because we definitely have the need for it that we're hearing about in the community.
So if they don't have any items, because they're really looking for presents, gifts, and things like that. If they don't have any items to give or toiletries or anything like that, how do they find you guys as far as in wanting to donate, money?
Okay, so donations, let me just take a step back. The donations would be like toiletry, hygiene items, paper towels, soap, down to hats and gloves if they would like, tampons, so on and so forth, the major everyday necessities. That's the biggest need as of right now. Monetary is also always welcome. We will definitely take sponsors, and we would love to, if we do get a sponsor, we would love to donate, I would love to get their logo so I can pronounce that on our big screen when our guests are coming in. But also, like I said, I have the PayPal account that is attached to all flyers there on our website page, on the Copper Group BHGRE page on Facebook, that is hooked directly to our team account that'll be able to purchase anything extra necessary that we might need for the families.
All right, so I'm actually showing the items that you guys are requesting, the needed household goods. This is actually what they're looking for on this list right here. It's just to help families, man. I like what you said earlier about how, I didn't like what you said earlier, but it needs to be talked about. A lot of the families, they didn't really care about anything but food.
That's a big thing that we're getting this year. Last year, so just to give you guys some insight, the last couple of years during COVID was when we launched this initiative here in Omaha. Couldn't do a Christmas party because of, COVID restrictions, all of that. So instead what we did was we used your connections, Tiffany, through the Oxford House.
Correct.
She has powerful connections all over Omaha, but especially with Oxford. And we did a huge, big drive to get all of these items that these families needed for at least a full year. So that's all those household goods. We do partner with Green Title and Escrow. This year also partnering with Missy Hempel Wilson over at Guaranteed Rate, Royalty Roofing, a couple of others who are helping us get all of these Christmas presents. Our need from the community are the household goods. That's going to be all of these things that these families need. And shockingly, these families are filling out forms. What do the kids want for Christmas? And food is probably one of the bigger things that's coming across. We've had everything from meat to food to milk to kind of running the gamut. And that's different. The last couple of years we've been seeing blankets. Blankets have been a really big need for these kids the last few years. That's what they wanted for Christmas. This year, food is coming out of left field. Why should that be? Why? It's a lot to hear that. But so there is a real need for these families. We have everybody from homeless families to families whose littlest have been taken from them because they can't support the littlest right now, and they're fighting so hard to get those kids back. We have grandmas coming to us that have had to take in lots of littles that are all sleeping. They don't even have beds. And so when I say the need in Omaha is real right now, and we just want to love these families. We want to support these families. We want to give back to them in such a genuine, authentic, huge way. We want these kids to come in and just see the excitement of Santa and then they'll be handed their presents, the ones that they wanted for Christmas, and
I see you
it's
tearing up.
beautiful. It's a beautiful event.
I think it's beautiful. I see you tearing up.
Yeah, we love it.
And I'm going to be honest with genuine people that are just naturally giving. A lot of people, they don't understand how emotional we can get when we're just trying to give the community something that they can hold on to, such as a bed to sleep on, or covers. And it's crazy that us as Americans, let's be honest, us as Americans, we're not going through anything that Palestine is going through at all, but we still hurt in our own ways. And not comparing it at all. I'm just saying that we got to find a way in our community, like you guys are doing, to give back in any way, shape, or form. Whether it's a blanket, whether it's a bed, whether it's a toy for a child, whether it's food. I think that we lack humility in America when it comes to things like this because we're so focused on self. And when we get people like you guys up here, like I said, you were getting teary-eyed, you made me teary-eyed, because I know that this is a real passion of yours, and it's not you just doing it for the sake of doing it. And that's what we got to separate. It takes a village, and I've been preaching this for 3 years on my podcast. I've been preaching this for 3 years on my show. It takes a village. Tiffany, she showed me, and I'm glad I met you today. I really am, because it started with Tiffany giving backpacks to the kids. I didn't ask her. She did it out of the kindness of her heart, and it touched me. It really did. I called my fiance and said, babe, she did this, sent her pictures, and we were very grateful because we were struggling with getting help for the backpack drive, and she was a huge part of it, and thank you for that.
Absolutely.
But as far as in like these impoverished communities, like you said, people are sleeping in cars. Is there any type of thing that people can donate, like pillows, beds?
We will take just about anything to a point. We can't really move around the furniture, but we also have partnered, possibly, we have a couple of furniture people that have reached out to one of our agents that would like to maybe meet with some of the families to be able to find some type of need for them. Would that be directly at the event? Not per se. That's something we'll probably do a little more privately with the families in need. But right now, we just want to make them comfortable. I don't mean to interrupt you, April, I'm sorry, but you have to have humility to understand other people's needs. I've never lived a perfect life. I was never a silver spoon baby. I've lived through halfway houses. I've lived on the streets. I've eaten through trash cans. I've had my kids removed. I have fought to get my kids back. And I am where I am now because I had the support and I found places that pushed me a little bit harder. When I found this team, they pushed me to be better. This is my time, our time, to give back, to see where I was, to people that are close to me, people that still struggle with it. It's more than just we want to do a good deed for Christmas. This distills in us all year. This is just our bigger event outside of what we try to do throughout the year. But nobody is judged. Nobody is looked at any differently because at the end of the day, all of us have been down different paths of different lives, and we just want to give back.
I think that a lot of people fail to realize it really does take a village, and so many people get discouraged because they think to themselves they're just one person. But once you get out of that mind frame, one toy can change a child's life.
Absolutely.
So if you only have one item to give, if you only have $5 to send, if you only have $2, it's not the equity in what you're doing, it's the value.
Exactly.
So what I mean by that is when you're giving a toy, don't look at it like I only have this to give. Look at it as in you're doing a good deed and you're helping somebody. Somebody needs that toy. Somebody needs that toiletry that you're speaking of. Somebody needs that toothbrush. Somebody needs that hair comb. These are things that people need, and there's a lot of privileged people in the world that don't realize just being able to brush your teeth is a big deal. So we got to understand, we got to have a little bit of humility and understand that somebody needs these items. So if you can help, and like I said, this is not a plea. This is just asking if you would like to help. It doesn't matter what you have, $2, $5, a toothbrush, a pillow, blankets, whatever you have. If you want to donate it, as long as it's usable, please reach out to Tiffany and April. They will be more than willing to help you and assist you with making that happen. So now I think it's only right that the smartest dumb people starts. I told them the smartest dumb people could get a little ratchet from time to time. We're going to definitely keep it vanilla today. but I'm still going to start by it's only right because you guys reek of humility. And I think it's only right we start with this topic. I've had this topic on my last show, and I think it's only right that I have this conversation with you guys. So I'm going to ask you guys, do you believe in life you can be dealt a bad hand?
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, you go ahead and go first, April. Why do you think that?
Well, you can be born into any situation, you know? I mean, myself, I was born into a situation with two parents that I think were drug addicts and lived with them for a couple of years, was removed by the age of 3 or 4, went into the Michigan foster care system, and, you know, that's being dealt a hand in life. Doesn't mean the hand has to be good or bad, you know, but everybody starts somewhere, and that's the hand that they start with. Yeah.
What do you think, Tim?
In my opinion, I think being dealt a bad hand can be a personal reflection of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you might have been born into something, a situation, but that's not what you make of it. You might make your own choices to where you dealt yourself the wrong hand.
Mm-hmm.
You had to correct your own mistakes throughout time. It's not just about what somebody else gave you or how they brought you in, but what did you do to control your life and to make it better during that point?
It's like to me, it's like playing poker, right? If I get pocket aces or pocket kings, it's different than somebody else that's experienced in this game with pocket aces, pocket kings. Now I'm gonna say this: I do believe in life you can be dealt a shitty hand, and there's nothing you can do about it because we experience it every day. And like I said, we are so spoiled in America. Let's be honest. What the Palestinians are going through and everything that's happening out there right now, we're just sitting here talking about Christmas presents. So in life, you can be dealt a bad hand.
Yeah.
And I really want to make that like a logo right now for my show because so many people don't realize how good they got it, regardless of what the situation may be. But we need people like you because even though you said, you know, your parents was drug addicts, you fell up in the foster system, you climbed up out of that. You probably had great adopted parents that made sure. There's also kids that get adopted parents that aren't that great. You know, so that's what I mean by you can in life be dealt a bad hand.
Sure.
That I just hate those motivational speakers that's like, I had to get it, you know, so what your mom's. That's not always the case.
Right.
Sometimes you just can be dealt a shitty hand, and it's going to be hard to get out of that situation. Me, I can speak for myself. I was a product of my environment. I sold drugs. I was in the streets. I did a lot of things that I'm not proud of. And I also say this. I could have been indicted. I could have been in jail.
Exactly.
A lot of things that could have happened to me that happened to my friends that didn't happen to me. And in that aspect of life, I just was fortunate enough to not get caught. So I still have enough humility to say, wow, I was dealt the shitty hand the same way my friends was. The difference was they got caught red-handed. And now I am now flourishing in life, not doing too well because I'm poor, but now I'm flourishing in life because I understand. I'm so humbled by the fact that I could have been dead, I could have been in jail. So in life, you can be dealt a shitty hand.
For sure.
But as like you said, as long as you're trying to work your way up out of it, which I did, and now I'm working on helping and giving back to the community from afar as much as I can, because a lot of people think you have to go directly to these impoverished communities to be hands-on. No, you get out of the community to where you can get yourself in a better situation and meet great people like this to where you can now come back and give to the community.
Correct.
Yes, we struggle with that so much. It's almost like survivor's remorse.
Understood. Understood. But then I also feel like, and I hear you, but like my life, I was born into a very Lutheran family. I had a single mother. It was just me and my brother, and it got rough. But at the end of the day, I still made choices that I felt like I dealt different. Do you see what I'm saying?
You created your hand.
I created my hand, and so I feel like there's so many different bad hands that could be dealt. It just really depends on how you formed that hand or how you were born into it. Because either way, you can turn it to make it sound like it was somebody else. So why point the finger at somebody else when it's still your life and you created some damage or you flourished out of it? So it depends on how you look at it. I still kind of feel like, you know what, I kind of dealt myself my own bad hand. So now how am I going to fix it? Because my Lutheran pastor grandpa did not give me that
I
life.
don't
You see
think-
what I mean? So
I don't think
it could
the
get two
hand.
different
So
ways.
that's the use of the hand. So I'm
Exactly.
saying, like, I'm not saying you can't be dealt a great hand
Oh, no,
and not fuck
absolutely
it
not.
up.
Right.
I'm saying the total opposite. I'm saying that there are people that don't have an option with the hand that they're dealt, and they're in the
absolutely.
mud. And then there are people like yourself, and like we were just speaking on, that they can be dealt a great hand and still make it shitty.
Right, absolutely.
You know, I just wanted to have a topic with y'all.
What was your moment that you flourished out of yours? Like, what was your pivotal moment that you went, I'm done, I got lucky, I wasn't caught, time to move on with my life? And
I was robbed, and at first I was pissed, and I sat outside this man's house and I wanted to kill him. I tell
like
people,
literally robbed, like
literally robbed.
Got you.
And I sat outside this man's house and I wanted to kill him. I mean, he wasn't here anymore, or whatever the case may be. And I was told, you better kill him or we're gonna have a problem. So I in my head, I had to kill this man in order to even still exist. Long story short, my kid's mom, my ex-wife was pregnant at the time, and that was one of the hardest decisions in my life that I didn't get to really digest it until the smoke cleared. I was done with drugs. I was done thinking I was a drug dealer and all of these things. And I sat at home one day and I said, as I sat outside this man's house thinking I wanted to kill him, he could have killed me for that money that he robbed me for. So I started finding ways to to humbleize myself and realize that I could have been dealt a shitty hand. Now, being robbed is different than, I've had friends that was robbed and murdered. So for me to be robbed and not a hair on my back touched, I had to find a way to humble myself and say, I could have been murdered behind this money that I was robbed for. And it just made me realize that I wasn't for the streets. I was never a real thug, gang member, or anything. I was just dealt this hand. Hey, I got some drugs. You want to sell it? Yeah, I can't get a job. I'll sell drugs. That's the hand I was dealt. Now, like I said, I was very fortunate. Nothing happened to me. Thank God. I am blessed. 10 years later, I have a podcast and I'm giving the community a voice. Let's get to the next topic.
Love that.
All right, so next topic, I would love to discuss this with two beautiful women on the show. All right, so this lady, she just got married. Y'all both married. I am engaged. Let's have this conversation. She got married. So basically, during her wedding, her family and her husband got the singer that she was in love with. I think that we should just watch the clip, and it's kind of self-explanatory. We'll be right back.
Man, just imagine you got married and your wife is so excited because you requested a singer, a famous singer, to come and serenade both of you guys, the bride and the groom. And you realize that your wife is holding the singer because that's her favorite singer. Imagine, as a husband, where all these folks are watching on your wedding day, that your bride has her head by the man pee-pee. No one to let go. Imagine how that man feels. Imagine the disrespect. He's trying to touch his wife while she's holding another man. He's trying to caress his wife and hug her, and she went straight for this man. Look at that. Look at how her husband looks. Look, he embarrassed. Look, he can't.
All right, so that's the clip, and I'm gonna be the first to say I would have got an annulment the next day. There's no way that was acceptable. I don't know what people are drinking in this water that they serving, but that is definitely unacceptable. What's y'all ladies?
I think that's the most disrespectful thing I've ever seen.
Why in the world did she have to kneel
embarrassment.
down? Like, the kneeling down piece of it is where you would just go, that's a little over the
So
top.
Justin
there,
Timberlake was at your wedding. Would you hug on him like that?
Oh, I
She's
hugged him and not like that.
She's Eminem. She might, no, but it's disrespectful. It's
So
embarrassing.
disrespectful, would never ever do that. Well, in front of family and your husband and no.
I can understand a little starstruck.
Oh yeah,
No,
I mean, I'd have to hug. Like, I'd have to be like, here's
Yeah,
a hug.
quick
Like,
hug.
this
Gotta be
is
a quick
like
hug.
so starstruck.
Right.
But that's it.
It might
I would
be
not
like
be on my
a 3 to
knees.
7 second, maybe a little extra hug, but that was a little excessive.
Get on your knees. No.
I agree.
That's a little excessive.
I agree with you. I I mean, like I said, you two got on big ass rocks. I just had to ask y'all. Them rings blinding me up here. I just had to ask y'all. I gotta give a shout out to Glitter Bombs and Sea Moss. Shout out to our sponsors. Moss Lady, she sells the best sea moss in town. You might want to check out sea moss. I don't know if you've ever heard of sea moss. Sea moss it has 92 minerals that we do not get in any foods. It basically helps with hair growth. It helps with energy. It helps with your gut health. It helps with you being able to go to the bathroom easier. It helps you it dehydrates you, but as long as you drink water, it helps with your hair growth. It helps with a lot of things. The benefits.
Yes.
It's one of those, like, I don't even know how to explain it.
Is it a powder that you put into something?
No, it's actual sea moss that's a gel. Let me play the clip. We'll be right back with shout out to Moss Lady. She sells the best sea moss in town. 92 minerals that you do not receive in other foods. Shout out to Glitter Bombs, my baby. Glitter Bombs just did, they make cake pops. They specialize in birthday gifts. They specialize in t-shirts. Anything you can think of, they can make. I want to show what Glitter Bombs did recently for a baby shower. She made cake pops that were, my girl gotta explain the shit. Let's watch this video. This is what she made this.
Hey, can you do me a favor and just follow me? You don't have to do anything else. Can you just follow me? Hey, can you do me a favor and just follow me? You don't have to. Hey, can you do me?
All right, so that's the actual clip. She actually said how much does she charge for her cake pops. Shout out to Glitter Bombs. Make sure you reach out to Glitter Bombs.
Reach out and find out.
Yeah, they make t-shirts. They do tumblers. Like that tumbler you got right there.
Yeah.
She can make it. She can put fucking the copper group on that with you and Tiffany's picture with fucking all types of shit. Look, I think it's only right. You ladies came through. Make sure y'all give them one more time where they can find you guys. Give them your panhandles.
Yeah, so get on Facebook and find the Copper Group. If you're not able to find that, go ahead and you guys can always text me at 402-682-1749. Probably going to be the best way to find us. If you're on Instagram, again, the Copper Group. There's not too many Copper Groups out there.
Tiffany, how can they find you?
Again, all my information is on this flyer here. I have email and phone number on that located. And again, I do automate the Facebook pages, so on and so forth for the team.
All right, so this Smartest Dumb People. Normally I say, now it's time to say goodbye to all my regular friends. Look, this is the Smartest Dumb People. Anthony, that dude, Johnson, Tiffany, thank you for coming through.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you for coming through, April. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great night.
Hey, yo, what's up? Have you seen the Smartest Dumb People podcast?
You. Are you dumb?
I'm getting smarter just thinking about it. Politics, sports, your mama, whatever. The Smartest Dumb People podcast cover everything. With Anthony, that dude, Johnson, and special guests, you're about to learn everything you need to know about everything you need to know. Man, I even had to buy a new pair of glasses after watching the show. So yeah, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure y'all do it on Facebook, Instagram. It ain't gonna cost you nothing. So stop wasting your time watching other podcasts. It's the only one you need.
Y'all
One you need.
know what it is. It's the Smartest Dumb People.